This is not the first fatal accident involving a bus and a pedestrian at the intersection of Douglas and Humboldt Streets. Today, people who live and work in the area are calling for changes to the busy thoroughfare, an intersection they call a monster. CTV's Aaron Glazier has that part of the story.
I avoid this intersection now.
Jason Smith works at the corner of Humboldt and Douglas and says accidents at this busy downtown intersection are all too common.
3 weeks ago, there was a bike guy got run over by a truck, two-wheel truck, same place.
Yesterday's fatal collision between a tour bus turning left onto Douglas and 27-year-old Yuki Imazumi was tragic, and it follows an eerily similar collision that happened 13 years ago. A 27-year-old man was killed on a rainy night in February of 1999, struck by a tour bus while on his honeymoon from Saskatchewan. Now, people are pushing for major changes to prevent another death.
I think you should block off one of these streets, dead-end street.
And BC Transit agrees. It has identified the 5-point intersection as hazardous for its drivers. As a result, it only reroutes its buses through in an emergency.
The sight lines aren't particularly good. It's a confusing intersection with two lefts essentially there. So instead we take our buses all the way down Blanchard Street, right on Belleville, right on Douglas. Not only does it avoid that intersection that we are not comfortable with, but it also means we can better serve our James Bay customers when they get on at the end of the route on Douglas Street.
Although BC Transit was not involved in yesterday's fatal accident, it handed out this release to all of its drivers, reminding them to be especially careful when making turns and to scan all intersections fully.
BC Transit knows the busing community is a really relatively small and a tight one here. We were all heartsick for not only the driver but certainly the family of the victim, and so our safety and training team sent out a reminder to all of our drivers.
Victoria police are still investigating the cause of the accident and have not laid charges against the 44-year-old driver of the bus.
Our analysts wrapped up late yesterday. They had the road blocked off for at least 5 hours. So our officers are going to have a lot more information to take back to the office and start reconstructing the collision.
And the City of Victoria vows it will not ignore the impact this accident has had on traffic safety concerns.
Once the investigation's complete, I think it's important for the city to look at safety improvements for this intersection and also others in Victoria.
Making safety a priority before another life is lost. Aaron Glazier, CTV News, Victoria.